Hi everybody, hope you had a nice weekend and enjoyed the weather. Excited today, 3 new employees start, so I want to welcome Ryan, Jason, and Katie. Nice to have some new members join the team and really help us out. We've got a lot of work to get done, as you all know. So adding two more welders to our team is fantastic, and somebody else in shipping and receiving with the high volume of product we've got coming in and going out, as well as all of our OSVs. So we need the help. So I'm happy to have you all on board. Those of you that just joined, I send a video out almost every day, just to give an update on where things stand from a COVID-19 perspective with HABCO, with the state, with the government, as well as just to update on a few things. So the good news is that some of you probably saw how Governor Lamont has increased the opening of phase 2. So it was supposed to be on the 20th, and now he's actually going to be opening phase 2 starting on the 17th. So that's fitness centers and salons and nail salons and other venues. So that's good because it means hospitalizations continue to go down, new cases continue to go down. So for all intents and purposes, we are moving in the right direction to allow us to start opening up a bit more. A couple of the webinars I'll be on later this week. I've got a big board meeting with CBIA, so I sit on the board of CBIA, so I know we'll get a lot more information later this week about some of the next things that are coming up. And I know a lot of discussion right now is on schools and what's going to happen in the fall. And so it's a lot of information still up in the air, but right now things look good. But that doesn't mean go out and go crazy. I'm very concerned with the amount of folks that we have coming in the building now, that if we're not as careful as we should be outside of work, and we start opening up too soon, that a lot of what we've done could go by the wayside because we've allowed somebody to come in that could disrupt the environment. So please stay diligent. I really ask that of you. Last update from me is just a big thank you to Jeff Kretzmer and the amount of effort he put into spearheading the effort to get 10.2 upgrade in place, the implementation in place. We know it did not work a few weeks ago for reasons outside of our control, but we had a successful upgrade. Some things still to work out, some testing and some other things that still need to happen, but for all intents and purposes, we had a successful implementation over the weekend, so I want to thank Jeff. But really, a lot of the legwork was Robin Jakes did an amazing job. Laura Rappel, obviously, she's not on this video, but from Context, she was really instrumental. But big thanks to those that really did take this to heart and jumped in with 2 feet to do the testing and take it seriously. I know Dan Francese, you and your team in particular, Cole and Shannon, did a really nice job and did a lot of testing. The finance team did a lot of good work up front, getting setting up the implementation. And I know there's more people that did a lot. Brian Ficcaro. So I want to thank you, especially those that went above and beyond to make sure you did your part. So thank you. You'll be far better off because of it. It'll be much easier going forward. Those of you that didn't take the time, you're going to struggle a bit. But good news is 10.2 is here to stay, and 10.0 is gone for good. With that, I got an update now from Rich. So Rich put a video together over the weekend, so stay tuned. Hear a little about what Rich has to say, and hope you enjoy his jokes. Have a good day. Talk to you next time.
Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Just want to take a few minutes, kind of give you an update on some of the activities happening in the shop. As Brian mentioned on this week, that we did ship out our first ESS, which was a big milestone for us. The second one is just about assembled and scheduled to be shipped out this week for dead load and call source before the end of the week. We're also pretty much far along with the MTTs. We've got the axles done. We've got one assembled with the temporary rails, waiting for the finished rails, hopefully this week. And so that's going along well. The third ESS is well on its way. In addition to that, we've been working on several things to improve the productivity and the speed at which we produce the ESS MTD TT. Special thanks to Vinny for helping us these last few weeks on fixturing. A couple things that we're doing. One is we're bringing in some equipment. It's some additional fixturing and rotisserie type equipment that allows us to move the part along to put it in a better position to make it easier to weld instead of trying to weld vertical, upside down, using hoists to move things around. And so those will be put on order, and hopefully those will be coming in the next week or two. In order to make room for those, we're also looking at changing the layout for two reasons. One is to create better flow, but also we have two new pieces of equipment on order, a V11 milling machine and a gantry mill. And so we're in the process of looking at the best location to get the best flow. So we'll be giving you an update on that soon, but that will be helping the flow of the ESS and the MTT. In addition, we've been testing out some new vibratory technology during a weld. It's to help relieve the stress and improve our welding quality. So that's still being done, being tried out on the ESS and the MTT, but obviously this can be used for all applications. So looking forward to seeing the results of that. Also, as Brian mentioned, we're heavily into the containers. We have several nozzles, a couple gearbox, augmenter. Most of those were built on the outside, but we're getting a lot of issues with them. They're requiring a lot of rework, which is pulling resources from other jobs. So right now we're trying to balance our resources. I want to thank all our folks welding and machining and the stenciling going on with the painting, doing everything we can, putting in the hours to try to get these fixed, get these completed. So thanks everybody who's working on those projects, trying to hopefully be able to balance the resources best we can so we minimize any lateness on some of the other projects. Also, I want to give you an update on the shipping and receiving area. I think you're all aware that Mary Fitzgerald has been helping the last few weeks. She's been doing a great job identifying issues. I think there have been certainly a lot fewer defects issues. Still a long way to go, but she's been a great help, so thank you, Mary. And we're going to be getting some additional help starting Monday. Jason Bolduc will be joining the shipping and receiving team as the lead, and he has many years of shipping and receiving experience, so look forward to having Jason join us. In addition, on Monday, we have two welders starting. Again, those are support additional capacity for the ESS. One will be for second shifts as we can get the permanent second shift going pretty soon. I think in terms of the factory floor, again, we're running a lot of projects. We're doing everything we can. And so a big thanks again to all the folks that are spending or giving the hours and the extra effort to make that happen. So I hope all of you are safe. I know that the Phase 2 state of Connecticut is going to be approaching us here on June 17th. All I ask is, even though some of these other businesses such as bowling alleys and movie theaters and indoor dining and all those things, please follow the social distance protocol. We've come this far without any major incidents, being able to continue to run our business without skipping a beat. So we want to continue that. So please, even though it is a Phase 2, let's be cautious, because at this point we still don't know if there's going to be any fallback from the opening. So please adhere to the protocols that are in place, even though these businesses are opening. So I'm going to leave you with some humor. My kids say that I've got dry humor, so I'll just share a few stories with you, and hopefully you get a laugh. One of them is, I went to the bar. It took me 10 minutes to walk to the bar, and on the way back it took me an hour. The difference is staggering. My painter was here painting my shed door this week. started getting cold, so he put on a second coat. My neighbor threw me a boomerang, hit me in the head. I lost my memory, but it's all coming back now. Lego store is one of the businesses reopening, but I don't advise that you go right now because my understanding is there's a long line for blocks. I went out and bought a pair of gloves last week. They were 2 left-handed gloves. On one hand, that's positive, but on the other hand, it's just not right. And the last one is my wife just got done ironing clothes, was in a basket, and she tripped, and all the clothes came out flying on the floor. I was there, I saw the whole thing unfold. Be safe. See you soon.